Shalom, shalom wa ahaba, mishpachah, shalom wa ahaba. Peace and love, family, peace and love. I want to say shalom to the whole house of Yasharel, and I also want to say shalom to the sojourners, the Gentiles, and the foreigners, and all those who give thanks, honor, and praises to the Elohim, or God of the Bible, and his only begotten Son, Yahushua Hamashiach, to whom many of us refer to as Christ. Mishpachah, I want to talk to you this boker or this morning about this recent controversy dealing with the casting of the newest Cleopatra that's to air on Netflix. You understand, Mishpachah? And apparently the modern Egyptians are upset at the ethnicity of the main actress, a woman who goes by the name of Adele James. You understand, Mishpachah? So, being as though history is my background, right now, if I was to go out and get a secondary endorsement with my bachelor's degree in history, I will be qualified to teach your children history. Okay. So I just want to come from, a historical perspective to address this situation in truth, coming straight down the middle. Now, the people of Egypt today are not the people of Egypt of yesterday. You see what I'm saying? The people that are there now are the descendants of the Ottoman Turks who began to invade the Arab lands in the 10th and 11th century. And they conquered Egypt in the 16th century, or what we would call the 1500s. You understand that, Mishpachah? So these people that are complaining are not even the original Egyptians of the land, which is also very funny to me that they would have an objection to the ethnicity of the casting of the recent Netflix movie when they are not even the original Egyptians and they are not even the people that were there during the time of Cleopatra. Now, first off, let's get into Cleopatra, okay? She was a Ptolemy or a Ptolemy of the Ptolemaic dynasty. You understand? Now, the Ptolemaic dynasty was started by a general of Alexander the Great. You understand? They were Macedonian Greek people. Okay, so when Alexander the Great died, he gave the land of Egypt, or the province of Egypt, to his general Ptolemy, and Ptolemy started a dynasty. Now, more than likely, Ptolemy probably married the women of the land because that's what conquerors usually do in order to legitimize their children. So a lot of times they would marry the Egyptian women or the women that of the lands that they conquered. You understand? But more than likely, the Ptolemaic dynasty was a dynasty of mulattoes with with Macedonian Greek paternal lineage. Okay, Mishpachah? And this woman, Adele James, who is biracial herself, she is biracial. She's probably closer to what Cleopatra probably originally looked like than anything you've seen before. But also, think about it, she may even been a little brighter. You see what I'm saying? Because the Ptolemies were known for inbreeding. They used to do a whole lot of inbreeding, Mishpachah. See what I'm saying? So that is why I tell people, don't be so quick, always so quick to claim Egypt and try to make Egypt your own. You understand? When we are Afro-Asiatic people, we are Shemitic people, those of us that were brought over here on these slave ships. You understand that, Mishpachah? And I mean, we got to stop being so quick to just claim everything about Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Because Egypt was a highly homosexual society, and Egypt was a society where the royal lineages did a whole lot of inbreeding. You understand? A whole lot of freaky, spooky stuff. You understand that, Mishpachah? And before the Macedonians and before the Greeks conquered Egypt, that thing was all black. You understand that, Mishpachah? You go all the way back, and we got to stop trying to, claim the history that they give us. You see what I'm saying? Napoleon said that modern history is a group of lies, a group of set upon lies that have been agreed on by those who won the war. See what I'm saying? So all the history that they've given to us is the history of the Greco-Roman Europeans and the Ottoman Turks that done conquered most of the world. You see what I'm saying? That's why they upset, because it exposes their reality. And we got to realize that we had a whole lot more African queens other than Cleopatra mixed up behind. You understand that, Mr. Because more than likely, the woman was a mulatto. So she probably had some kink, a little bit of whatever to her hair. But with all that inbreeding and stuff that the Ptolemies was doing, trying to save their white bloodline, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what she actually looked like as far as our modern terms. You understand that, Mishpachah? And we have far more African queens than Cleopatra. We don't need to be sweating them Ottoman Turks, you know what I mean? Them so-called white Arabs over there being upset because of a more accurate depiction of Cleopatra in the movie, Mishpachah. When we had queens, like, I'm going to name a couple for y'all. We had Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba. We had Queen Amina of Zaria. We had Queen Makeda of Sheba. We had Ya Asante Wa of the Ashanti Empire. We had Queen Morimi of Leif Kingdom. Hope I ain't butcher that. Queen Nefertiti of ancient Egypt. Queen Nandi of the Zulu Kingdom. These are women that we know were of our lineage, Mr. Picard. So ain't no need to get into no bickering over Cleopatra. She was a slut anyway. See what I'm saying? Cleopatra was a hoe. So ain't no man know who cares what ethnicity Cleopatra was. You understand that, Mr. Picard? You get them, let them have whatever they want to have, Mr. Picard, because we know the truth. And coming straight down the middle, more than likely, Cleopatra the was of a mixed biracial lineage. And by the time it got to her, it had been so much inbreeding going on. Ain't no telling what kind of monstrosity that lineage of people had become by the time it got to the point where she was freaking Mark Antony and them Romans that was coming through there. Anybody got time for that, Mr. Picard? So, just laugh off them, those comments or those confusions or those conflicts that modern day Egyptians got because people want to depict Cleopatra in a more historically accurate kind of way. And being truthfully, like I said, the Ptolemies was a Macedonian Greek a dynasty. You understand? Before they were defeated and taken out. But everything before them was of what people would call African lineage. You understand that, Mr. Picard, going all the way back to Hatshepsut, the dynasties, all of that. It's actually funny that these people even make these arguments, but they make these arguments because they know they control history and they know that they are talking to a population that's a little bit ignorant or a little bit blind to what actually happened. You understand that, Mr. Picard? And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And always remember to keep the fire burning. A little more oil in my lungs. Hallelujah, Mr. Picard. Keep your eyes open, stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. And remember that your redemption is near. Until we meet again, Mr. Picard. Kumar, Yasharel, Kwam, Yasha'Allah, Raj, Yisrael, Shalom, Shalom, Salam, Mr. Picard. Hallelujah.